Okay, so younger me, I want to talk to you about external validation. I know those sound like big words, what have you, but I'm going to break it down into a simple concept for you. You don't need to do things to make other people happy. You don't need to do things to make other people accept you. Because the moment you start to do things to make other people accept you or other people feel comfortable, you lose yourself. You lose your integrity of self. And it can take you years and years to build back up, find yourself. Just like it can make you lose your confidence because you're breaking down your internal self for the validation of something external to you. And it's a terrible, terrible thing to have. The example I will give to you is your mates. Some of your mates are going to be rich and wealthy. Some of your mates are going to be poor and street. Wherever you fall between those two categories, it's just the cards of life, right? So, some Saturday nights you link up with your rich mates. They dress a certain way, they buy certain brands, they go to certain places. Now, because you're in the middle of that scale, you can't particularly afford the best of this brand, and you can't particularly afford the nights out at these places. So what you find yourself doing to achieve the validation is doing things to acquire these items, these material things and these experiences that degrade you as a human being. So whatever it is you're doing, I'm not going to go into what it is you might be doing to provide these things, but just know, the moment you decide that you need these things and you don't want these things, you've lost. Because every man has wants, but every man also has needs. You should not confuse your wants and needs at all. In that scenario, you're going to put yourself out to go and prove to somebody you're like them when you're not. Because the things that you're aspiring to get or do, to the person on the other side of those things mean nothing, because they're not coming from a place of lack of those things. Those things are at the bottom of their totem pole. And for you, coming from a place of lack, those things are high on your totem pole, which essentially puts you at a disadvantage in life. Now I'm going to talk about that validation seeking on the opposite end of it. Your street friends, your poorer friends. Now you again in the middle. You don't have that much experience living a hard life, having to struggle, having to hustle, having to find ways, unscrupulous ways of doing things to survive. You link up with your street friends every weekend or every other weekend, and you notice your street friends wear certain types of clothes, hang out in certain types of places. Now, you notice your street friends are respected based on their ability to perform violence or to acquire assets unscrupulously. You now feel pressured to prove to your street friends or your poorer friends that you're like them and you could fit in those circumstances, you can survive in those circumstances. So you now find yourself doing things externally, negatively, to prove that you fit in with these people. And that is a detriment to you, because you're looking external to yourself rather than internally to prove you belong. Don't do it. It's all a trap, because what you're looking at, again, high on the totem pole of those people's lives, that respectability, that power, that ability to abstract resources and do violence, is low on their totem pole. That's a means for them just to get by. That's what they know. But for you, you're now put that above your own essential set point in life, and it's only going to degrade your value and your integrity. Don't seek validation from them. Your street friends, your rich friends will both in time come to respect your position, your stance as a man, by not stooping or aspiring higher than what you actually are capable of doing. A third way I will give you this: do not seek the validation of women. It's so important not to be that guy that either wants to be a clown to get women, wants to be a bad boy to get women, or wants to be some rich man to get women. all three of these people are idiots. Because the truth of the matter is, your life matters more than the woman's life matters. And yes, it's cliche, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but there's statistically more women than men. So for you to break your integrity, your honor, your standards of what you know you're capable of doing, to impress this woman, which probably doesn't even care about your existence, you'd be a fool. Don't do it. Don't do it, yeah? A fourth example I will give you. The validation of your friends and family. It could be your parents. They want you to live a certain life. You come from a certain type of background. You feel the pressure that you need to do this type of job. You need to earn this kind of money, marry this type of woman, live in this kind of place. You don't. You don't have to do any of those things. Do you know why? It's your life. What satisfies you may not satisfy them. And what motivates you may not motivate them. Maybe you want more for yourself than what your parents and family want for you. Maybe you want a humbler version of what your parents and family want for you. It's on you. Forget their validation, because if they can't respect your options and your opinions in life, your station in life, they're not for you. On any of those four examples, if they can't respect you as a human being for what you are, what you're capable of, what you're trying to do, what you want to do, they're not for you. They're not with you. They're not worth their validation in the first place. Separate yourself from the idea of having to please people and having to fit in with people. Excuse the profanity, but fuck them. Yeah? Fuck them, bro. Because if you don't do what is best for you, you're gonna lose. You're gonna be a loser in every aspect. You might be poor, but you're fucking winning if you're poor because you chose to be poor. Do you understand? You're gonna be rich because you chose to be rich. You're gonna be fucking strong because you chose to be strong. Yeah? But on the other hand of that, if you fall into any of those positions based on someone else's opinion or someone else's actions, you've lost and you've forfeited your station in life as a man. Do not ever seek the validation of people. Fuck them. Do things, stand out, be weird, be smart, be honourable, be strong, stay dangerous.